So bums, listen up. December 23, 2012. I remember going to the store with my dad excited to get a new PS2 game. I remember begging him for months before he lost to my mind control. I had my eyes on Resident Evil 4. I played it at a friend's house and I was hooked. Been dreaming of getting it ever since. I woke up so early that day, so eager. I was this close to sleeping in the car, and then it was time to go. Filled with excitement, I could barely wait. With what seemed days getting there, just to hear they didn't have the game, I was so torn up. I even started crying. My dad, not looking amused, said, "Boy, stop embarrassing me and pick something. They all CDs anyway." At that time, correcting him felt like asking to see grandma early, so I kept it in my head. Don't know if it was fate, but the guy recommended me a game I had no interest in, but I had no choice, and I left that shop with a first-person shooter game that I knew nothing of, which I planned on swapping CDs with my friend. Went home sad, and I tried out the game. I mean, come on, what's the harm, right? And what I played, I fell in love with right there and then. The fast-paced maps, the gameplay, the guns, especially the M8A1, the score streaks, the multiplayer aspect, because I was a campaign horror nerd. That was my first time playing online, and before you know it, I was a fan. And that game's name was Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Aside from the fact that I'm still alive, none of this surprises me. Technology gets stronger, but we got weaker. We built computers.
Ow, my ears!
Garbage! You dumbass! Garbage! You're garbage! I found you in the dumpster!
Oh my god.
I love this kid.
The constant fake sick days, weekend late night runs with the friends. I even got into watching YouTube at the time, watching people like Scamp and other creators trying to learn tips on how to get better. I hated losing. I was a raging squeaker, and having guys older than T-Rex telling me to stop being black, every part of those experiences filled me, with happiness. And one of the most memorable parts about my childhood was the community and the friends that I made, like Dave B. Slade. Here is the story of when I met Dave. I was just chilling, G-Full on my right, Dorito bag on my left, cooking the lobby by the way, and among the schizo game chat, I heard a voice which I didn't recognize saying, "You guys suck." Me being the reasonable person that I am, responded with the wise comeback, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." It went quiet. I thought I won this Discord debate, but the quiet was disturbed by a McDonald mic plugging in. In comes Dave B. Slane, giving me a little wisdom as I was a mere child and knew nothing, telling me to go fuck myself, and next time I talk to his lady, he gonna come to my house and shoot me. I responded with the utmost respect as I told him to suck my dick. As me and him went back and forth, exciting time was ahead of us. But seriously, the community gets a lot of hate among the rest of the gaming community, but I ended up enjoying my time, experience, and the friends that I made. But with all good things, it must come to an end. Don't know if it was me getting older or the game losing the spark it once had, but I lost all excitement for the game and the franchise around 2019. The maps and the gameplay felt off. Usually Call of Duty maps are 3-lane, fast-paced maps. Now it felt like I was just playing on a Battlefield and a Rainbow Six Siege Unwanted Stepchild maps. The game felt slow and clunky. It looked like they lost all their creativity. The guns almost all were useless if you wanted to be competitive, except for a few, and that is when they introduced Gunsmith, which in my opinion was amazing. Each gun had so many different attachments and only 2 were useful, and the others had no reason to see the sunlight like the average fan. Here's an example. I'm a run gun type of player. I loved flanking in the past Call of Duties. Suppressors hid you from the minimap detection after you shot, making my playstyle like an assassin. With the addition of dead silence making my footsteps silent, I was enjoying the game more, but in Modern Warfare 2019 they removed the detection for even unsuppressed gun, making the attachment useless. useless. But that's not all. I mean, now I don't need a suppressor, right? With the addition of loud footsteps and them removing dead silence as a perk, my playstyle was nerfed heavily. So before you know it, I was enjoying the game less. And the big problem that everyone knows about, I mean, you hear the fans scream day in and night, is Satan himself, sbmm, skill-based matchmaking, which they said even all Call of Duties had, which is a huge cap. They think we're stupid or something. For those nimwits out there, let me skim through what sbmm is. They basically match players based on their skill level, but with Call of Duty it's even deeper. They take your habits, your movements, and even decision making throughout the match and just find people as close to your skill as possible to match you with. So basically, if you go missing, you can be replaced with an identical twin in the game, of course, unless they add sbmm in real life. But it's not all bad for the good players. What do I mean by this? These dudes go out and make secondary accounts, maybe let their little brother play and just join him. Because of this, you have actual Terminators in kids lobby just dropping nukes left and right. It's not worth all that work they put into the sbmm for people to just bypass it. Before you know it, players and devs alike trying to find reasons to keep or remove it, and with the lack of communication among the devs and the community, Activision, the most hated company, weren't budging. Nothing was being changed. The game felt stagnant and polished, and before you know it, the game was doomed. But then even if sbmm is still a nuisance this year, I have decided I will buy Black Ops 6. The news I have heard was fantastic. From the multiplayer side, of course. I was never a zombie fan, and I think campaign is made for pace eaters. Yeah, I said it. As for the multiplayer, first thing that caught my eye was the 3-lane fast-paced maps are back, and there are 16 new original maps, which we can try 8 of them in the beta. There are 21 guns at launch, and 12 of those dirty ones are new, never before seen guns in Call of Duty. How exciting. Next is the gunsmith, and is getting a makeup. Hopefully they look like my date before the bed. Okay, I'm joking, no one wants to date me. Hopefully though, they remove all unnecessary attachment. Prestige Master is coming back and better than before. Last time we saw this was in Black Ops 4, and this is every mastery camo that is going to be in Black Ops 6, multiplayer, zombie, and even Warzone. I love camos. I might grind this year. If you're not a Call of Duty fan, you won't know this, but some of these things were removed or just got limited in the past 3 years of Call of Duties, and that is one of the biggest reasons I left this franchise in the first place. When I literally grew up in it, it was because of the heads that ran the business that changed or take the fun out of the game. But after I heard this SCP was stepping down from the CEO responsibilities, life within my Roblox heart was restored. Because of this SCP, no one was safe. This man here was the reason many devs were fired in 2019, just so that he could fatten up his wallet. And remember people, there was a lawsuit that happened about an employee who offed herself back in 2017 because of her sexual harassment. The case was dropped, but that was not even the first or the last time a lawsuit was filed against Activision while he was in charge. They think this is a hentai movie or something. This man can sell his children for a piece of gum. He actually sold us a red dot for $1 once. But soon after Xbox bought Call of Duty, I heard he was told to step down, and for all those reasons, I am excited and hopeful that they learn from their mistakes for the sake of the community and for my childhood self, and Call of Duty will spark the fun it once had. Now, before I call the cops, stop stalking me.